Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Diane and my passion is painting and creating in my studio. Every day I share a video with you on YouTube in which I paint and create all sorts of nature-inspired pictures. I also share loads of tips on how to make the most of your painting journey, interrupted fairly frequently by our family of dogs, cats, chickens and sheep. So welcome on board, click subscribe and turn on notifications, and let's learn to paint watercolor. Hi everyone and welcome to my studio. Today I'm going to use a background I've already prepared, which I did by dropping lots of cobalt blue into a large area that I'd wet on the paper, and I just let it randomly fall where it would, and then it ran and it dried, and this has been sitting in my stack of stretched paper for a few weeks now. And today I've just decided I'm going to throw caution to the wind and I'm going to see whether I can superimpose some dragonflies on top of this. I've had that in mind for a long time, and I haven't had the impulse. I had the idea but not the will, so to speak. So now I'm going to be working with my Staedtler Art Aquarelle watercolor pencil, and just to draw the bodies of the dragonflies. And I haven't done a preliminary sketch, and the reason for that is that I have painted this picture before, so I'm not completely at sea as far as the design goes, but you can get the sketch if you like if you go to our website dianeantone.com and download from there. You have to log in and just give us an email address, but you don't need to obviously give us any credit card information because the sketches are free for you to download, and we kind of just give you free access to those. Although obviously we would prefer it if you didn't download hundreds and hundreds of them, because we do have something called bandwidth. Anyway, whatever that means, I don't know. So the second one is going to go down here, and I like to, when I'm doing a drawing, I like to think about the animal or whatever, the flower or whatever it is. Think rocks, think dragonflies. You can hear a very large dragonfly buzzing in the distance, possibly. That's my husband pretending to be a strimmer. It's something he doesn't often do. But he is doing a very good imitation of a very angry wasp at the moment, which kind of suits him. Don't tell him I said that. Anyway, keeps him out of trouble. So this is just a sketch, nothing terribly detailed, just a gestural, as they used to call it. I seem to remember when I was kind of studying art, gestural. So the feeling, the essence of dragonfly, as far as I'm concerned. That really is a horrible noise. I'm very sorry about that. Could be worse though. It could be digging up the drains. Okay, and one more down here, starting with the eyes. Oh, I forgot the little legs. This is quite an interesting technique, the random background. If you're interested in watching me do that, there is a video, and I expect when Tamsin comes to make this video, she'll link to it. She'll put up a card, and we'll probably put it in the description below as well, so you'll find it there, I expect. There's a couple of other versions of this on the channel too, with slightly different backgrounds, or no background. I can't remember, to be honest, what we've got, but I know that they are there. Okay, so now the cool thing about this particular pencil, excuse me, I've got a dry throat, is that it runs when you put water on it. So it gives you shadowy areas which are stronger than an ordinary pencil. So that's part of the structure, as they say. Excuse me, I'm just going to turn you off for a second while I get something to drink. Okay, that's better. I'm back. I have my cup of red bush tea. That's what I needed. And so I'm going to take some phthalo blue or Caribbean blue or whatever blue you fancy, and I'm going to have a go at dropping it in up here in a casual sort of way. And so dropping it and letting it run, and maybe doing some dotty bits, and then I'm going to pick up the pencil again and try to give the impression of broken lines. And maybe we'll drop in something contrasting here, like a bit of red. And just see what that does. This is going to be an exploration, and if we touch the black pencil, it should emphasize. Now, I'm on a bit of a salt kick at the moment, and I don't mean for my diet. And I have been using a little bit of this just recently to increase the amount of texture. So I'm going to try that there. And the lower wing I'm going to do with a mixture of quinacridone gold and Winsor Green or Cheveningham Green or Phthalo Green or whatever it wants to call itself. And of course you can see that the blue underneath is influencing the colour of the wings, which may or may not be a good idea. It's an idea. That's one of the reasons I was a bit hesitant to go ahead and do this, because I wasn't really sure. But we'll see. We will see. I think probably less is, it's going to be a case of less is probably more. It could well be that what we need too is a liberal dose of spatter. Problem is, once you start spattering, it's hard to stop. So anyway, we'll see what that does. And then down here we are going to do, I don't know, I have a yen for ultramarine. I don't know why. Why do I feel ultramarine-y today? I'm just going to pop in some of that. Just seems like the right thing to do. But not much. And then I think we'll do some red. Let that blend, let it pick up. And now I'm just using some water on the pencil. And let's just jump into the body there, and basically it's the shadow. You see, I've stopped coughing, haven't I? So now we'll put some red spatter on that one. And then the last one, I think he better be a little bit on the green side too. Let's make him this nice aqua shade, which is Scheveningen green, Winsor green, and French ultramarine. Different ways of painting the body. You can try it like that if you want. Forgot to put his legs, didn't I? I put his legs. And we need a little bit of spatter for that. So now, I suppose probably the thing to do is probably nothing. Except a few dots and dashes. So where we have darks, what we want to do is kind of emphasize them. And we might want to think about a few veins. So you can use this pencil quite lightly, very lightly on the side. And then if you rub down like that, you can get these nice dark bits. And same down here. It has to be wet, the pencil, to get that effect. If you do some dots like that with this pencil, then you can darken them up just by doing that. And similarly, where you've done veins, you can darken parts of that if you want. And you can still lift it out if you feel it's gone too dark. Maybe it's a bit dark there. And then we've got the green one down the bottom here. If you haven't got one of these pencils, it's something I do recommend, but I use them quite a lot. And you can get them from Amazon. There's a link in the description for that if you want to order one. And I appreciate it if you do use our links, because we get a tiny but not completely insignificant commission, which helps to pay for materials which we will need to buy as time goes on. I'm going to get through my stash of paper. I said to Tamsin when we started this channel, I don't think I'll ever, no, before we started the channel, I said to her, because I'd been left a whole bunch of paper by someone who'd died, I said, I'm never going to use all this paper. I've got enough paper here to last me till I die. And then we started the channel, and it's starting to look as if, God willing, I would be wrong about that, because the pile is diminishing. Okay, it's possible that there's one or two bits that might be a bit dark, but then again, we don't really know, do we, until it's dry. We've got the salt up there giving us a bit of texture. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry and come back shortly and we'll see what we have. Okay, so that's dry, and I'm just going to rub off the salt, which is on there and has left me with a really nice texture actually on there, so that's something that's to be recommended. And then I'm going to just try to avoid dipping my brush into my tea. I think I'm going to come in with a little bit of turquoise blue to just do the other half of the body segments. And this one wants to be slightly of a reddish tint. So just come down there like that. And then this one is green. So there's that. I think that wants to come out a little bit more there. And any other improvements? That does seem to be a little bit wrong in shape there. Just extend that a little bit. Oh no, that was ultramarine, wasn't it? This is really nice. So there we are, pretty much done. Let's just do a little bit more of the old spatterama, perhaps up here on the white. So there's the final painting. I hope you enjoyed watching me do that. It was great fun. If you want to have a go at it and you don't feel like drawing it, go over to my website at dianeantone.com and you'll be able to download the sketch. free of charge. You just have to make an account and then you can download it for free of charge. And also sign up to our newsletter if you would like to, and soon you'll be receiving special offers and all sorts of things in a very infrequent manner. We're not going to be bombarding you with emails, believe me, we're not that organised. So the channel has about 200 videos on it, so have a look at that and I'm sure you'll find something interesting. So I will let you go before I run out of steam, and I'll see you tomorrow. So thanks for being with me. Thank you. Bye-bye.